People always say to me, wow, you journal every day? I could never do that. My life is so boring. To that, I want to say, first off, I don't journal every day. Probably only 4 or 5 days a week on a good week. And second, your journal is not an action novel written to be entertaining to someone else. You're creating a first-hand account of your life and your personal thoughts and experiences. Events as you perceive them, your joys and anxieties, the exciting moments you wish to remember, and the mundane ones you think might be better to forget. All of these are vital to the sum of your autobiographical account. True, some days I write deep philosophical ponderings or interesting events that are happening in my life, but most of the time I have no such thing to record. Boring days of work and chores, time spent reading your favorite books or playing your favorite games, casual hangouts with friends. These, quote, boring days are perhaps the most important because it's in these gaps where you have room to simply be, to exist, to breathe, to see yourself, to feel all your feelings and process them. It's in these gaps that true self-discovery occurs. The events lend you experience. The gaps lend you bandwidth. You're able to recount, reorganize, maybe even recontextualize. I try to think, if I were to lose my memory tomorrow, what would I want to remember about today? And just write about that. This simple method focuses on what's important to you, not necessarily what's interesting, thereby creating an account that is not entertaining, but of your own journey of knowledge, growth, and self-discovery. And, of course, a bit of fun, too. It's Independence Day today in the United States, so my fiance and I headed back to our hometown to visit my family and see some fireworks. It was a cute little festival with some food trucks and live music. We spent most of the evening lounging around in the park, just snacking and chatting. Though I also got to take some cool pictures too. The evening went out with a bang, in an explosion of color and gunpowder amidst a backdrop of an angry sky, threatening lightning and rain at any moment. I cannot believe the year is already halfway over. The smell of smoke and gunpowder always makes me a bit melancholic, a bittersweet mix of sadness and gratitude for years that have come and gone, for summers spent in various ways, with various people and in various places. I'm very fortunate to have such fond memories, and to have them recorded. Monday, and a particularly unfun Monday at that. Coming back to work after a long weekend is always hard, but being the first week of the month, we also had to close the June books for this month. It was a lot of work, but hey, it was still far less stressful than my last job, so I guess I can't complain too much. I'm very, very antsy to get this week over with though, because we have a team building retreat on Friday instead of actual work, and I'm getting dinner with some of the girlies from my last job afterwards. I'm also miraculously free of plans this weekend as well. So I just need to put in the hours, chip away at the work, fill out some spreadsheets, get through and think about how in a few short days from now, I can be working on my next video and playing Stardew Valley. You know what? Maybe things aren't so bad after all. I haven't journaled in a few days. It has been a chaotic week, just as I predicted on Monday. Went through the drive-thru, got some coffee at one of my favorite places because I'm gonna need it. I got a caramel iced latte because I'm that bitch. And I don't like it to be too terribly sweet. That being said, I also got a fruit tart, which you know is bad to do for breakfast, but I mean, come on, what was I gonna do? Not get a fruit tart? I don't think so. We had our team building retreat today. In the morning, our leaders gave a short presentation, and then we did an activity where we created and signed a team agreement, talking about all the parts of what we consider to be a great team, that we wish to emulate in our own office environment. In the afternoon, after a lunch of various sandwiches, salad, and chips, we went into the game show room for our proper competition. It featured variants on Wheel of Fortune, Family Feud, Deal or No Deal, of course not by those specific names, as well as a Plinko drop for some huge points at the end. My team did unfortunately lose by quite a bit, but it was still a fun time spent with my department. It's nice to see people getting into it and coming out of their shells a bit. I've been here 7 months already, and it's finally starting to feel a little bit more like home. In the evening, I met up with some girlfriends at a local restaurant. We had an amazing time catching up. We all met at my last firm and unfortunately have not had much time to see each other since I left in December, and I miss them so very much. Afterwards, we headed over to one of the others' houses, which was so cozy. I'm definitely taking interior design notes from her. We had some ice cream sundaes, played some board games, spilled some tea, before it was time for an all too soon goodbye. A very chill day at home today. I spent some time on some personal projects, making the archives memo number 4 video, scanning some old photo albums from my grandmother's house, doing some administrative work on the patio, and just generally relaxing. I like to stay busy with projects like these that are personally rewarding to me, but I often need to remind myself that in a way, they are also still work, and it's not only okay to rest sometimes, but necessary. I really needed this quiet weekend at home to just slow down and take it easy and let my body and mind relax after a pretty strenuous week. I turned 30 this year, and I can't help but lament that I'm not as far along in life as I feel like I should be. I want to create so many new artworks. I want to write so many things. I want to tell so many stories. I want to create cool and fun and unique scenarios for my D&D players. And I want to, on top of all that, be part of robust communities, both in person and online, and part of flourishing relationships, friendships with loved ones. It's just so difficult to find the energy and to make the time. Lately, I try to give myself little victories, like maybe I didn't clean the entire bathroom, but I did wipe down the counters. Maybe I didn't deep clean my home office, but I did take the trash downstairs. And so on, but it just feels like it will never be enough. I guess that's just the overachieving, formerly gifted kid in me talking. I don't think I'll ever be comfortable with where I am in life. And I'm worried that I'm doomed to a life of wishing that I had always seen more, done more, or been more. Such is the plight of an artist, I assume. But it is difficult grappling with the idea of your own mortality and how much life you may or may not have left, especially when you're 30, but you still feel mentally and emotionally like you're 16 sometimes, and you are stuck in the same dreams and hopes and fears and anxieties and pressures that you felt at 16. I could wax poetic about all that morbid business, but I will just say that it's important to feel and grapple with those feelings, but to also keep the positives in mind too, and be grateful for the things that you do have and what you have achieved. So although death is always on my mind, I try to correct that negative spiral with pleasant thoughts about the parts of my mind and body that are healthy, or the support of my loving family, or the beautiful relationships with so many awesome and amazing and intelligent and funny and inspiring friends, also including my fiance in that. How fortunate and lucky I am to have all these people in my life. And everything else is just noise.